Imagine sitting in a medical school class where you're not just competing against your peers, but against artificial intelligence. Dr. William Hirsch, a professor at Oregon Health and Science University, recently ran a fascinating experiment to see if AI could outperform his students. And the results, let's just say they were eye-opening. But what does this mean for the future of learning and assessment? Let's dive in and find out. Why test AI against medical students? Dr. William Hirsch has been teaching medical and clinical informatics for years. As AI tools like ChatGPT keep advancing, he couldn't help but wonder, could these actually match or even surpass the performance of his students? This question is particularly important, as generative AI models are already being used in various fields, including education and healthcare. So, Dr. Hirsch set up an experiment to test just that. The experiment set up Dr. Hirsch designed his experiment with 6 popular AI models, including ChatGPT, to see how well they would perform on his introductory biomedical and health informatics course. He wanted to measure their performance against 139 students enrolled in his 2023 online course. Each AI model was given access to the same quizzes, assessments, and final exams that his students took. These were knowledge-based assessments, mostly multiple-choice questions, and short written answers. The results were surprising. AI scored in the top 50th to 75th percentile, better than many of the students. What do the results mean? This finding raises important questions. If AI can do this well, what does that mean for student learning? Dr. Hirsch sees this as a call to rethink student assessment. As he says, it's not just about whether students can pass a test, it's about ensuring they're actually learning and mastering the skills they'll need in the real world. Dr. Hirsch believes that technology in education isn't new. He's seen the shift from slide rules to calculators himself. But the leap to generative AI is different. It could change the very foundation of how we assess knowledge and critical thinking in students. AI models and student performance. In collaboration with co-author Kate Foltz-Hollis, Dr. Hirsch reviewed the AI scores and compared them to student scores. The AI models consistently performed in the top half or even top quarter of the class. This study, published in NPJ Digital Medicine, is the first of its kind to measure AI against students in a medical field course. While AI excelled in a knowledge-based course, Dr. Hirsch believes that more hands-on or participatory courses would still favor students. Skills like clinical decision-making and complex problem-solving still require human judgment, especially in healthcare. The future of medical education. When Dr. Hirsch went through medical school, he remembers a professor telling him he needed all the knowledge in his head. But even then, it was nearly impossible to remember everything. Today, the sheer amount of medical knowledge far exceeds what any one person can memorize, making AI a powerful tool. Yet, Dr. Hirsch insists there's a balance. AI can help with data, but healthcare professionals still need to make nuanced decisions that come from real-world experience and empathy. The human touch in medicine. Dr. Hirsch stresses that even though AI can answer questions, it can't replace the human touch in healthcare. Medicine isn't just about recalling facts. Sometimes, it's about making judgment calls, understanding a patient's emotions, and connecting with them on a human level. He explains that there are straightforward aspects of healthcare, like following protocols, where AI could assist. But in complex cases, human intuition and experience are irreplaceable. Addressing concerns of cheating. Does using AI raise concerns about cheating? Dr. Hirsch is aware of this issue, but instead of worrying, he adapts. Each year, he updates his courses to include new advancements. Since AI might not always be up to date on recent studies, his approach is to create tests that encourage critical thinking rather than memorization. Dr. Hirsch believes that a well-rounded education teaches students to work alongside technology, not depend on it for every answer. Rethinking assessment in education. The results of Dr. Hirsch's experiment highlight a major opportunity for rethinking assessments. Generative AI could be used as a partner in education, but educators need to design tests that measure true understanding and critical thinking. In some ways, this is a call to action. By integrating AI thoughtfully, educators can help students learn more effectively and deeply. Dr. Hirsch's work shows that technology, when used wisely, can enhance learning rather than replace it. The role of AI in modern learning. Dr. Hirsch's experiment opens a fascinating discussion on the role of AI in education. It proves that while AI is a powerful tool, it's not a replacement for the human qualities essential in fields like healthcare. In the end, the goal is to create professionals who are skilled, empathetic, and capable of critical thinking. As we move forward, AI will likely play an even bigger role in education. But with thoughtful implementation, It can support students rather than replace them, creating a future where both humans and technology work together to push the boundaries of learning.